Let's talk about whether or not you could replace a plank that's already been installed in a floor. This situation occurs if, for say, there is damage done to a single plank in the middle of a room. Maybe a really heavy object or really sharp object was dropped or fell onto the floor and created an issue where that plank needs to be replaced. I get asked all the time, can a plank be replaced once it's been installed? The short answer is yes. A plank can be replaced, whether it's in the middle of the floor or on the perimeter of the floor, and it doesn't really matter how long the floor has been installed. There are a few key things to remember when you're going to do a plank replacement. One is that you want to know or see if you have attic stock, leftover planks from the installation. That's why with every laminate floor installation, it's always important to keep a few extra planks in your attic or in your garage or somewhere where if you have an issue with your floor, you can always grab that plank and replace it or use it to replace a damaged plank. Laminate flooring does not necessarily have a dye lot, but over time and use, the flooring may look a little bit different than the plank that you're going to replace. So make sure you're going to be comfortable with that. Make sure you check that plank against what your existing floor looks like before you start executing the plank replacement. Now, I would say that plank replacement is an advanced DIY project. It is not something for the weekend warrior to try to attempt. It does require a level of skill. I highly recommend to use a professional installation company or installer in order to do a plank replacement, in particular somebody who has done plank replacements in the past. You're more likely to get a much better replaced plank with very few issues. There are certain tools that you need in order to do that plank replacement, but essentially when doing a plank replacement, let's say that this is the plank that needs to be replaced in the floor. The person replacing that plank is basically going to create a big X, and then they are going to use a hand circular saw in order to cut that plank from corner to corner in order to create an X. Once they do that, each of the four pieces of that plank will be removed very easily, and then you can start with the actual replacement plank process. If you're looking for a professional video on how to install a plank in the middle of a floor, if it's damaged or something, click on this link in the description. This is an excellent video on how to do a full plank replacement, including every tool that you need and the entire process from start to finish.